welcome to our Week 4 NFL Pickem. I'm going to start off with the Carolina Panthers versus Atlanta Falcons. I feel like Cam will have a record game, and Kelvin Benjamin will have a break record day today.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is the only regular season game the Panthers lost last year in their 15-1 record, and I don't think that'll happen again this year. I think Cam is ready. The Falcons have a very weak defense, and their secondary has struggled last week against Saints on Monday night. I like Carolina here, 34-27.
Next game we got on tap is Buffalo Bills and New England. We got the Patriots are at home, and I absolutely will never bet against the Patriots at home. I feel like Sammy Watkins being out right now really hurts the Bills, and they have pretty much zero offensive threat.
I agree with that too, Gordo. I think the Bills are still struggling, figuring out who they are as a team, and I agree that Sammy Watkins' injury really hurts them, and LaShawn McCoy is probably going to have a lot of carries. I do like the Patriots with Jacoby Brissett here at home, 31-23.
Next game we got up is Detroit versus Chicago. I just feel like Detroit has put a lot of offensive hopes in their rookie running back with Jordan Howard. So it's going to be tough for them, but I do feel like they're going to come out on top here.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a matchup nobody really is excited for. I think both of these teams are just trying to not be in last place in the NFC North. And though I think the Bears are a worse team, so I'm going to go Lions 31-17.
Next game we got is Cleveland-Washington. I feel like Kirk Cousins today is going to have his best game of the year. Cleveland losing to Miami really says about all. It really, that was probably their best chance of the year for a win. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a long day for Cleveland.
Yeah, at the start of the season, we all thought that the story of this game was going to be RG3 returning to his former team and trying to show that he's worth something. But since he got injured, I don't think this was on anybody's radar. So I do think the Redskins are going to come out big. I like them big here, 38-13 at home.
Yeah. Next game we got up is Tennessee versus Houston. Pretty much the big story here is no J.J. Watt, but I still think they're pretty solid defensively, and I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be tight, but I think Houston's going to edge them out, and they've got the home field advantage as well.
I agree with that. As we just figured out, J.J. Watt underwent back surgery and will miss the rest of the 2016 season, which definitely hurts for the Texans. I do think they're a decent team. I don't think they'll repeat this year or anything like that in winning the AFC South. But I do think it'll be kind of a slugfest early, but I do like the Texans 20-13.
Next up is Oakland Raiders versus the Baltimore Ravens. My feeling here is that Joe Flacco has simply been on fire this year. I mean, he's on tap really to have his best season ever. I look to see him have another awesome game here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Gordo. I think that this is where the Ravens' winning streak is going to come to an end, and I think this is definitely their toughest opponent so far. If you look at past weeks who they played, not the strongest opponents they've had, and I think it'll be a tough test. But I like Oakland by a field goal here, 33-30.
Got it. Seattle at New York. I really feel like Matt Forte will have a good game for the Jets today, but I just think Seattle's going to edge them out here. Trayvon Boykin did a good job last week coming in for Russell Wilson there at the end, and I feel like he's going to have a good day today as well.
Well, I think this game ultimately comes down to both the defenses. Both these teams have strong defenses, but if you look, the Jets receivers haven't done anything so far this year. Now they're going up against a team that leads the league in shutting down wide receivers, so I don't think you expect much from the Jets offense today. And Russell Wilson actually will be starting today, so I think, he'll be they're going to put him in, he'll be a little ginger there early, but I do like the Seahawks to edge out, pull away in the fourth quarter, 27-19.
Denver, Tampa Bay. My feeling here is just Denver is just way too strong on both sides of the ball. I just really see this as being a potentially an ugly day for Tampa Bay. So I'm definitely going with Denver here.
Okay, I like that pick too. I think, actually, I think this one could be close early on. I think Tampa Bay at home, could find a way. It'll be a lot of 3 and outs, I think, early. But, you can never pick against the defending Super Bowl champs. So I'm going to go with Denver here. They're going to have another fourth quarter stand, 24-17, going into Tampa Bay.
Next game we got is Dallas, San Fran. I think really the big story here in this game is Dak Prescott. I mean, Dak has just been unbelievable this year. I really don't see a bright future for Tony, even when he does get healthy and comes back to Dallas. I just feel like this is going to become Dak's team. And he is so poised out there, and I don't think anyone really expected that like we've seen so far, but he just continues to impress me every single week. So I believe he's going to have a big day today as well.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, Gordo. I love Dak Prescott too. I think he's definitely the future of this team, and I think this one actually could get ugly early on. San Fran, definitely a struggling team. I like Cowboys big here, 45-28.
Yeah. Next game we have is Los Angeles versus Arizona. I got to tell you, the Rams are just really not a good offensive team at all. Case Keenum has really turned out to be a huge disappointment. I feel like Todd Gurley, he's not even getting it done. I mean, they just aren't getting things done,
too, yeah.
Period, offensively. So I'm seeing Arizona going to 2-2 here after this game.
Yeah, completely agree there too. Talking about Arizona a little more, I think Arizona is off to a bit of a slow start that I don't think we expected to begin the season. But that being said, the Rams don't really have an offense at all. They're putting it all on Todd Gurley, and he's not really getting much done. So I really like the Cards here at home. I'm gonna go Cardinals 28-10.
Okay, next we have New Orleans, San Diego. It's so hard for me to go against Drew Brees because he is just unbelievable quarterback. But I feel like the home field advantage goes to San Diego, and I think they're just going to edge them out in a close game today. So San Diego here.
Yeah. I agree there. I think this is this is a battle of offenses for sure. Neither of these teams have a defense, and with both veteran quarterbacks, I think it'll be a very good game. But Chargers will pull away in the fourth quarter. I like them 42-34.
Next game we have is Kansas City versus Pittsburgh. I believe Big Ben's going to come back today and get back up on a horse and have a big game. If the Chiefs come out and throw 6 interceptions like they did last week, they've got no chance here. This could be a really big loss in a big way for them today. So going with Pittsburgh by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game because I think it's it's a good matchup. I think this matchup is being overlooked between Chiefs secondary and Pittsburgh's wide receivers. Also, you got the return of Le'Veon Bell coming back for Pittsburgh, so we'll see Pittsburgh's running game really coming through. And so I really like the Steelers to bounce back here. I think the Chiefs will improve on their mistakes from last week, but I do like the Steelers 28-24.
Okay, now we go to Monday night. We've got New York against Minnesota, and Minnesota being the home team. Rule number one, you never bet against the home team on Monday night. This one's going to Minnesota.
I like that pick a lot, Gordo. I really like this Vikings D a lot. I love, really what the Vikings are doing. Honestly, with all the injuries they've had, they're still finding ways to win. And really coming, I think, the Teddy Bridgewater injury, Adrian Peterson, that's really making them come together. And they really got a solid team. And, I think they're one of the best teams in the league. And I see them taking this one at home. That place is going to be rocking on Monday night, 26-17.
Beautiful. All right, well, that concludes our Pick'em for this week. We'll have this up on the board here pretty soon. But first, before we go out here, I would like to bring in a special guest that we have here that came in. He's coming in. He just flew in from Seattle. He's got
Good to see you
good to
guys,
see
man.
Noah Williams.
It's good to
How
be
you
here.
doing,
How you doing,
Noah?
buddy?
Good, guys.
Good to see you.
What are your thoughts on the game today?
Seahawks, Jets. Who do you like?
Seahawks all the way. I mean, the Jets are weak all across the field.
Yeah.
They just can't get it done. Organization corrupt. The Jets suck.
Yeah.
With Russell being back, I think he's really gonna solidify himself as one of the greatest.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Russell? He's had the problems with the ankle this season. He's been really cautious about playing, but he's saying he's good in practice. Do you think he'll be okay to play today?
Well, a lot of players are gonna say they're good in practice. They help out their fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Make it not seem so bad in the game.
Yeah.
It